Hey guys, this is Luke from the Scoundrel's Cantina, and I'm gonna do a top 20 Captain America Civil War Easter eggs video. I only watched the movie once, so this is what I've come up with. Some Easter eggs are on comic books and some are from the previous Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. Anyways, let's begin. Number 1. Brock Romolo becomes Crossbones in the comics just like he does in this movie, although he doesn't die immediately in the comics. Number 2. We get to see Falcon's new gadget, which he calls Redwing. It is an Easter egg for his actual bird in the comics, which he calls Redwing also. But here in the movie they wanted to do it a bit more advanced and modernized, so they made a robotic bird. Number 3. Ant-Man turns into Giant Man for the first time at the Battle of the Airport with the Avengers, fighting each other. That also happened in the comics, but to Hank Pym. Number 4. There is a reference when Ant-Man says, "Never to trust a Stark." Hank Pym said the same thing in the Ant-Man movie, referring to Howard Stark because he felt betrayed by him. Number 5. Tony Stark always resented Captain America because his dad used to always talk about him. This is kind of a reference to Iron Man 2 when Tony is watching an old video left to him by his dad, where he says that Tony is his greatest creation. But that still didn't change the resentment Tony was feeling toward Cap. Number 6. Tony Stark is wishing he said something nice to his parents the last time he saw them and is regretting it. That is an Easter egg to Spider-Man when Peter Parker's Uncle Ben dies and the two of them were previously in a fight. That's probably why Tony and Peter are so good with each other, because they have a lot in common. Number 7. Spider-Man has his mechanical web shooter just like from the comics. Number 8. Tony Stark built Spider-Man a new suit. It's an Easter egg for when he built him the Iron Spider suit in the comics. It was basically an Iron Man styled suit, and Spider-Man used it until he defected from Team Iron Man and joined Cap's team. Number 9. The final battle. One of the most epic superhero battles ever seen. The iconic and straight from the comics scene when Captain America is holding his shield against Iron Man and Iron Man is firing at him. That scene is straight from the Civil War cover. Number 10. Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back reference when Spider-Man is swinging around Giant Man's legs and tying him up just like the rebels tied up the AT-ATs. And Spider-Man even says it in the movie like, "Have you guys ever watched Empire Strikes Back?" Number 11. When Tony Stark is trying to give the pen to Captain America, he calls it a timely gift. That is a reference to Marvel because it was called Timely Comics a long time ago, before it was called Marvel Comics. Number 12. We see Scarlet Witch and Vision forming a relationship in this movie. That is also directly from the comics because in the comics they are together even though Vision doesn't have a junk. And number 13. In the comics, Spider-Man was offered membership to become an Avenger but turned it down many times. But at the end he did become one. That is why originally Tony Stark went to him in this movie. The first big team up they had was in 1964, and the first time Spidey actually became an Avenger was in 1966. Number 14. Captain America discovers that Sharon is Peggy Carter's niece. That is true to the comics, but originally Sharon was Peggy's younger sister. Number 15. When Black Panther says that death is not the end. That is a reference to the comic book version of Black Panther, where he has access to the memories and experiences of the previous Black Panthers. The Black Panther mantle is passed down from father to son, from king to king, but they didn't really address any of that in the movie. Number 16. Zemo is the main villain in Civil War. He's a huge villain in the comics. He's addressed to only as Zemo in Civil War, but in the comics he's known as Baron Zemo and a huge villain. He wasn't killed in the movie, so we might see him form the Masters of Evil that are from the comics. Now at number 17. Hydra has basically been killed off in the movie, and they have also addressed it in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the first episode that aired right after Civil War. Number 18. Now, this is actually from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episode that aired right after Civil War. It is a reverse Easter egg, if you get what I mean, because Agent Coulson talks about the Sokovian Accord and the Avengers. Basically, he talks about what happened in Civil War, so that's kind of an Easter egg, but a reverse one. If you get it, like reverse Flash and Flash. Sorry about that, I'm just joking a bit. Number 19. Ant-Man riding on Hawkeye's arrow. That is from way back in the comic Avengers number 223, and also a famous scene which basically all Marvel fans noticed. And finally, at number 20, the last one I caught was when Scarlet Witch throws Captain America into the building with her powers. That is a reference to the X-Men, when Colossus throws Wolverine in X-Men The Last Stand. It also happens in the X-Men comics, so that is basically an Easter egg in an Easter egg. Anyways guys, this is it on the Easter egg video. Like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this one. We usually post sneak peeks on our Facebook page, so if you want to know what's coming next, follow us on Facebook as well. But I'm gonna tell you guys anyways. 4 words: X-Men Apocalypse and Warcraft. If you love Marvel, DC, Star Wars and more, be sure to check out our other videos. Remember guys, God is awesome all the time and He loves you. Have a marvelous day and I'll see you in another video, you rebel scum.
Remember, I got my eye on you.